Hey there, Leo, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your monthly reading. This is going to be a reading for the month of May, and we're going to take a look at past, present, and near future energies. Also, Leo, if this reading resonates and you want to book a personal reading, all the information about how to do that is in the description box below. And of course, if you enjoy and appreciate what I do, I love me some coffee. Donation link is below. Any and every amount is greatly appreciated. Trust me, I drink a ton of coffee. All right, let's see. Decisions, Leo. Let's see. There's definitely a decision, at least in the recent past, that you needed to make. You were really confused about it, though. Now, again, I say you because this is your reading. This could also be your person's energy. So take it as it resonates. I'm also currently traveling, so this power strip is built into the table, so it's a bit of an eyesore. Oh, but the main energy for your reading this month is you, the sun. You're showing up very much in your power as the main energy for your reading this month, which is letting me know that whatever decision you had to make, whatever you may be grappling with in the current situation, you're still doing it from a place of confidence, a place of feeling like I'm not all over the place, I'm not overwhelmed, I'm very much in my power, in my energy, and able to make whatever decisions I need to make or whatever decisions you were making from a place of being level-headed, being clear, and not from a place of fear, anxiety, desperation, anything like that. Now, in the recent past, you get the Judgment, the Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. Again, there was a decision here that you needed to make. The problem is you didn't make it, at least not in the recent past, because you were confused. You're showing me like, look, I'm not really sure what's what. You're evaluating, you're assessing, you're trying to figure out, like you're weighing out all your options, you're weighing out the pros and cons. But it seems like the more you think about it, the more you're like, okay, I need to make this decision, the more confused you get. And we'll see exactly what this confusion was all about for you. Now, in the current situation, you get the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Death. You're slowly moving towards the decision about whether or not you want to end something or whether or not you can still work with something here. Now, this could be a person, this could be a relationship, this could be your career. I'm not saying one way or the other. You're showing me like, look, I'm really taking my time and evaluating everything because part of me is like, hey, this can work. I can work. If I invest the energies, it's going to work the way I want it to. The other part of you is like, look, just cut your losses, put it to bed, put it to rest, end it. Again, even in the current situation, you're still dragging your feet about this decision. Now, in the near future, you get the Seven of Swords, the Fool, and the Three of Pentacles. This decision is not just about you. This is about you, and it pertains to somebody else. So again, could be friendship, career, relationship. I don't know yet. You do want to have a new beginning here. You're showing me like, look, I'm willing to put in the work and invest the energies, erase these difficult energies, start from scratch, but you don't fully trust that you'll be able to do that. So this is kind of an energy of like, well, I do want to invest the energy in making this happen. I know I have all the tools necessary, but for some reason, even if I do all the work and I try to like make this work, I don't 100% trust that it's gonna work. Like my efforts are gonna pay off. Let's see. Let's take a look. I'm gonna start off by clarifying the Sun, which is the main energy for your reading this month. The Sun is clarified by the Eight of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo. Here's the thing. You do want equal give and take here. Your emphasis is like, I don't want to give more than I'm receiving, and I also don't want to receive more than I'm giving. I want it to flow. I want there to be equal give and take here. And I feel like you've communicated this with the other person. This whole situation is you and somebody else in whatever capacity they are. You've communicated this to them, and you've come from a place of, again, not like fear or not being sure how to make it, like how to phrase it. You're very crystal clear on like, hey, this is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. I want to give 50%. You need to show up and give the other 50%. You can't expect me to sit here and carry the whole load all by myself. And even if you do expect that, I'm not about to do that. Like, just straight up, I'm letting you know that's not happening. Oh, you've already got me very interested in this reading because I want to see what is this? Like, what is going on? Let's take a look at the Judgment in the recent past for you. Judgment is clarified by the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Hierophant. It's difficult for you to make a decision from an emotionally detached place because you are emotionally invested here. You're showing me, look, if I could, I would shut off my emotions, right? I would essentially like turn off my emotions so that I can make the most logical, practical decision. But it's difficult for you because obviously you can't shut off your emotions. You are emotionally invested here. You do care about this person. You do care about the situation. You do have skin in the game. And so even though it would be easy for you to kind of like take on the role of a robot and be like, oh, I don't care. If I didn't care, this is what I would do. It's hard for you to do that because you do care. You are emotionally invested. You're trying to make the decision from an emotionally detached place, but again, you're showing me it's really hard for me to like take my emotions out of this equation. Let's take a look at the Two of Pentacles in the recent past. Two of Pentacles is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles again, and the Three of Pentacles. You keep bouncing back and forth. So your confusion essentially in the recent past is stemming from, can I work with this person? Because you get the Three of Pentacles again in the near future. Can we work together? Like, can we actually both come in and give 50% each, right? Or should I just do this on my own? Should I just be like, you know what? I'm cutting ties. I'm cutting the cord. I can take this whole thing on my own. I don't need you because you're just dragging me down, right? You're kind of like, some days you're like, okay, we can work on this. Like I can see this other person coming in and contributing and I can see them giving as much as I'm giving. And other days you're like, absolutely not. This person is like a weight just dragging me down. I might as well just focus on myself, focus on my stability, do my own thing because I'm way better off that way anyway. And I don't need this other person. That's what you're confused about in the recent past. It's like some days this, some days that. Let's take a look at the Seven of Pentacles in the recent past. Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Swords, the Empress, and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is love. This is love. You're evaluating and assessing whether or not you should walk away from this person. You do love them. You do have love for them, and you do want to offer them love. You want to receive love from them. You look at this person as like, that's my person, right? They check all of your boxes. So it's literally, if I was like, hey, you know, build a bear, build your perfect person, you would build this person. This is the person for you as far as you're concerned. But what you're showing me, it's like, look, yeah, they're the person for me, but I'm more so the person for me. Like I'm more focused on myself and my needs, and I prioritize me, number one, before this person and the emotions that I have for them. And you're showing me what you're evaluating and assessing in the recent past is whether or not you should walk away from this person. I'm seeing strongly Taurus here and Virgo. Those two are showing up strong. Oh, and Scorpio. Let's take a look at the current situation and see what the Knight of Pentacles is for you in the current situation. The Knight of Pentacles is clarified by the Magician, the Knight of Cups, and the Moon. Yeah. All in all, right? If you look at this logically in the recent past, what you're doing is trying to evaluate and assess whether or not you should walk away. Should I just be on my own, do my own thing, or can me and this person rebuild this foundation? In the current situation, though, the reason you're dragging your feet on making a decision one way or the other, right? You're evaluating and assessing, but you're not really, doing anything. The reason you're not doing anything and you're dragging your feet is because you are still manifesting emotional stability and emotional happiness with this person. That's what you truly deep down want. However, you don't even want to admit to yourself that this is what you want because you're showing me I have this desire, but I'm trying to essentially conceal this desire from myself. And so on a higher level, on a higher self level, you're manifesting emotional stability, emotional fulfillment, getting to like an emotionally balanced place with this person. But for some reason, you're showing me I don't even want to admit to myself that that's how I feel, that that's the emotion that I'm going through. So that's why you're kind of dragging your feet and you're not walking away from this person. You're not fully committing and being like, okay, we're going to do this. I'm going to, I'm all in. I'm going to do whatever it takes. You're kind of just taking your time. Let's take a look at the Eight of Pentacles in the current situation. Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Tower, the Four of Swords, and the Justice. It's scary for you to think of things not working out with this person. Whether you want to admit this to yourself or not, right? You want things to work out. And you know that as far as you're concerned, you're willing to do the work and you have all the tools necessary to do the work to make this work. But this isn't like your show. This is a two, like it doesn't, you can't dance by yourself. I mean, you could, but it takes two to tango is what I'm trying to get at. And you're showing me like, I do want to heal things on, not just like put a band-aid over it, truly, truly heal things on a soul level, on a deep level. But I can't do that on my own. Regardless, it's scary for me to even entertain the possibility of like things not working out with this person, things not, us not being able to like heal this and fix this and move past this, right? I don't know why you're trying, like, I don't know why you're not allowing yourself to feel the feelings, right? Like see this, because you're showing me like, I want this to work, but I don't want to admit to myself that I want it to work. I'm not really sure why. So if you feel comfortable sharing in the comments, I would love to hear why. Let's take a look at the Death card in the current situation. Death is clarified by the Four of Cups, Two of Wands, and the Devil. Yeah, the thought of this ending being final, like you two actually ending and never fixing this, never being able to get back together or stay together, never being able to move past this difficulty, makes you very unhappy. Very, very unhappy. However, I still don't see you making a decision one way or the other. You're showing me I don't want things to end. But I don't want to admit to myself that I don't want things to end. So if I look at this logically, right, I could either walk away or I could work on things with this person and rebuild this foundation. But I'm not going to do anything. You're literally just stalling for time even more, even though you know, like, hey, I know what I want. But you're somehow kind of like twisting it in your own head of like, I don't know what I want, so I need more time. But all in all you're doing is stalling for time when your higher self, your soul, has already made this decision. And emotionally, you also know what you want. But beyond that, you're unhappy. So it's not like you're just sitting in these energies of like, okay, I could just wait forever. It's like, no, you're not happy with the situation. So why the wait is what I'm getting at. Let's take a look at the near future. I'll start off by clarifying the Seven of Swords. Oh. Seven of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Swords, Three of Wands, and the Sun. You're trying to lie to yourself. Remember how I said in the recent past, you're trying to convince yourself like, oh, if I could make an emotionally void decision, like a logical decision where I wasn't emotionally invested, that would be easier. And you're showing me here in the near future, oh, I was able to get to this place where I could just literally shut off my emotions, right? And just wait. And that makes me happy. And yeah, sometimes you're able to quiet your emotions and you don't focus on the unhappiness. You don't focus on the confusion. You don't focus on the fact that like you still care about this person. You're just kind of like, you know, almost like a robot where you don't really feel anything and you just do what's logical. Sometimes, right? Other times the emotions surface, but you're showing me, no. Looking at this logically, the practical, logical decision is to just wait. Just keep waiting. That's what makes me happy. That's like the best decision here. I'm not doing this from an emotional place. I'm doing this from a totally logical, practical place. Sure. Sometimes you are. I'm sure that sometimes it looks right, but does it feel right? How are you supposed to feel if you shut off your emotions though? Let's take a look at the Fool in the near future. The Fool is clarified by the Nine of Wands, the Strength card, which is you again, and the Eight of Swords. You do want a new beginning, and it's literally all you can think about, right? And you're showing me this. I think about having a new beginning all the time. Like it's literally living in your head rent-free. But again, very much like the current situation, you're kind of not willing to admit it to yourself. It's almost like you're kind of like you have this desire for a new beginning. It's all you think about, and then you're just shoving it to the side. It's kind of like, let's pretend we're looking at this card. This is the new beginning. If you put your hands over it, you can still see the card, but like not really. That's what you're doing with this energy. I know what's underneath there. I know what I want. I know what I'm thinking about. But if I just shove it to the side, if I just resist it, if I just ignore it, then, you know, I can pretend like I don't want a new beginning or I'm not thinking about it. Lots and lots of like suppressing your own desires, your own thoughts, your own feelings for some reason. And it's not that you're suppressing. It's more so like not accepting them. Not being like, okay, this is how I feel. This is what I want. I get it. Like you don't have to take action, but why not at least accept them within yourself? You know? Three of Pentacles in the near future is clarified by the Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Page of Swords. You do want a reconciliation with this person. You do want a brand new beginning with them, okay? And you do want to come in and work with them, and you give 50% and they give 50% and you rebuild the solid foundation. But because you have an ego on you, now it could be you, because two signs, like, it's showing up strongly in this reading. There's you, Leo, and then there's earth signs. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn showing up super strong here, and Scorpio. So this is either your energy, or your person's energy. So I'm just going to say somebody. Somebody wants to come in and rebuild this foundation here, but because they have an ego, because they're so stubborn, because they're set in their ways, they're not doing very much about it. So again, I don't know if this is you or your person. I would love to hear in the comments if you feel comfortable sharing. Let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind this month, Leo. From the universe, you get the Two of Cups, Two of Wands, Four of Swords. Yeah, there is love here. This relationship is still very much alive energetically, and the energy to heal it is available, right? But what you're doing is just postponing it. You're just taking your time. So something that could take a week, a few days, you're making it take a lot longer than it needs to. But again, you have free will, and you can decide how long or how short you want something to take. So Leo, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped and resonated. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. And again, consider buying me a cup of coffee. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much for tuning in, Leo, and I will see you here on the next one.